So, as you know, my name is April McDonald, and I wanted to share a little bit about my story with you today. I know that you may have seen it and you may have seen me post about it, but sometimes it's really good just to get it out there and be able to really, not even just for anybody but myself, to really just know that I'm okay, I'm doing good, and I've been able to change my life so much in such a short period of time because I've been following my passion and I've been doing something that really makes me happy. And I just wanted to tell you a little bit about my journey. So I became a Beachbody coach a year and 5 months ago, so almost a year and a half ago. I started in April, and I had $7 to my name when I started. I was so nervous to sign up and spend $160 on, I bought Body Combat, which was martial arts, and also bought the Shakeology, which is the meal replacement shakes you'll always see me posting about because they are my favorite. But I just remember being like, oh my gosh, like I am so broke. How am I supposed to spend $160? Like, I am not going to buy groceries. I'm not going to be able to, eat this week. Like, how am I going to make this happen? And I talked to my upline and I just was like, I don't care. I'm doing it. I was freaking out, but I just knew in my heart that this is something that you have to do. I felt so unfulfilled at my job. I would come home and cry to my husband, then fiance, boyfriend, whatever. I would complain to him all the time about how unhappy I was, how I went to school. I got my master's in exercise physiology and I was not using it. I was counting towels. I was so unhappy. I was just so unfulfilled and underpaid and unappreciated, and I hated it. And so I know that you have to invest to make any change in your life. Nothing is going to be handed to you. And if it is handed to you, congratulations. But, good things come for those who put in the work. But I just remember, okay, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to put it on a credit card, and I'm going to make this money back, and I'm giving myself 1 month, and I'm going to make this money back because there's no way that I'm going to go in more debt than I already am, which at that time was probably about $60,000 with 6 years of school and a car. And so I signed up, went to an event in Pittsburgh. Danny Johnson is a personal development queen. She kind of really talked to me how to talk to people and how to not come off as a greasy salesman, which I still did anyways in the beginning a little bit. And I really learned so much from her. And I, had 3 days with her in Pittsburgh, and I was like that. That was, to me, that was my turning point. I'm never going back. This is for me. I'm going to make this work, or else I'm going to die trying. And so I was making about $32 a week when I first started. And first week I didn't make anything. Then I made $32, and then I made $32. And then I increased my income by 9 times after coming back from Danny Johnson. And I made $290 in 1 week. In 1 week, in my first month, because I took the tools, I went balls to the wall, and I said, I'm going to make this happen, and I am going to help change lives, and I am going to get out of this hole that I'm in and stop feeling miserable. So I now lead a team of over 80 coaches, and those are my coaches and my coaches' coaches, and my team is Run Pink, Run Happy. It started with a blog before I even signed up. That was my blog name. And, I just have always really loved lifting people up and motivating people and saying, like, no, keep trying. There's no point in you quitting. I will do a lot of tough love, and, I love teaching fitness classes, and I will literally pick you out and say, hey, get your butt out of the air. No, that is not a plank. And, that's just kind of my personality. And I like to be sarcastic, but I also truly, really do love helping people. And I love to listen and hopefully offer you, advice on how to help you reach your goals, because I've been there, and I, have gone through eating disorders and hating my body and waking up and wanting just to be somebody else and crying when I looked in the mirror and just having no confidence whatsoever. Just literally, I'm nothing. And I've been there. And it's not a fun place to be. And even now, sometimes when you see those motivational posts, they're not just for you. They are for me too. I am 100% human. There's so many times where I find myself comparing myself to other people still. That's why I love coaching. It makes me, when I'm thinking like, oh gosh, look at those legs. Wouldn't that be nice to look like that? I think, what would you tell somebody else? So then I make a post about it and I feel better, and I realize that everybody is at a different point of their fitness journey. So there's no point in comparing yourself to anybody but you yesterday. And you will hear me say that day in and day out, and it's not just for you, it is for me too. And so some things that I've been able to accomplish with Beachbody is my biggest, proudest moment is that I was able to pay for my entire wedding in cash, like $0 on a credit card. I actually got a refund back because I overpaid my venue. So that, to me, coming from a girl that was constantly having a negative bank account, constantly being like, oh, should I buy groceries or should I pay my bills? That was huge. That was so huge. I've paid off $5,000 in credit card in the year and 5 months I've been coaching. I have paid off an entire credit card. I'm working on one more, but looking at that and seeing $0 balance was like Christmas. It was the most amazing feeling ever. I've traveled all over the world, all over the United States. Let's not get crazy. Sorry. I've traveled to Southern California this year. I've traveled to Las Vegas, and I'm actually going back to Las Vegas for another conference in November. I've traveled to South Carolina for some events. I've traveled I'm going to Nashville in 3 weeks? And I'm actually going to Cancun in March with my husband, Matthew. Ew, I never call him Matthew. That's disturbing. Anyways, and it's an all-expense paid trip. I want it. It's free. I've got 7 days of free drinking and free eating and free staying at an amazing resort in Cancun with my husband, and $1,000 to spend in Cancun. So hard work pays off, and the company is constantly sending us gifts. I just got in the mail today an agility ladder and an awesome stability ball, like a commercial stability ball. It's awesome. Last month I got a hydration pack and a tank top. You are constantly getting free stuff because they want to tell you that they appreciate you. And they are donating $5 from every challenge pack to the Wounded Warrior Project this month until end of October. They've donated so much money this summer to human trafficking. I mean, I just literally could not make this up and could not be working for a better company and being happier. The other thing that I'm really, really excited to tell you is that October 1st, which is 1 week away, I am going part-time at my job at the senior center. I am going to be 25 hours a week, and the other part of my week will be spent working Beachbody, because my passion for this business has grown my business so much that I can now stay home and work my business from my couch, in my pajamas, without brushing my teeth or brushing my hair, and working the business that I love and helping women change their lives and feel better about themselves and finally be happy with the skin that they're in. And that is my biggest goal, because I've been there and I've been miserable, and I just want to help as many people as I can. Whether it be through offering them the coaching opportunity and changing their life as I have, or just offering a product that's helped me and as well as hundreds of my clients and millions of people across the U.S. get results. I am going part-time in 1 week. Like, I can't even fathom that. And like, it's scary as heck because it's a huge paycheck. I'm at pay reduction. I'm actually taking a $4 an hour pay reduction to get to this position. And I don't even care. It will work out. It always works out. Yes, it's scary. Yes. But you cannot build your business without putting, there's a time where it just becomes crazy. You know, I was coming home and working the business and not going to bed till midnight, and I don't have to do that anymore. And I couldn't be happier. The real turning point that I really want to talk to you about is that I remember one year we were living in Florida, and I wanted to buy my the time boyfriend, now husband, I wanted to make dinner for him for his birthday because that's what we do. We're simple with gifts. We've never really spent a lot of money. And I wanted to make him a nice dinner. And he was a southern Mississippi boy, and he loves brisket. And I was at the store, and I wanted to buy him brisket and potatoes and, you know, make a huge, nice dinner for him. And I remember standing in the meat section of Publix down there and looking at the price of a brisket and just standing there with it in my hand and just looking at it and thinking, I can't afford this. I can't afford a $30 piece of meat for my husband's birthday because I have $400 in bills coming out of my account that might be negative. And I just remember standing there with this piece of meat in my hand and crying. I mean, not like openly sobbing in public, but just like tears coming down my face and just being like, why? Like, why did I spend 6 years of school to be crying in the meat section because I can't provide for my husband? Why is life so hard? Why have I not been able to find something? Why can I not provide for my family? And I remember putting it back and finding a cheaper option. And, you know, he didn't know, and he would be happy if I brought him home freaking McDonald's. That wasn't the point. The point was that I never wanted to feel like I couldn't provide for my family. And it wasn't like I wanted to go out and spend $200 on, you know, a Michael Kors watch for him. I wanted to buy a piece of meat and make him a nice dinner, and I couldn't. And that was really my turning moment where I knew that I had to do something different and I was meant to do more. And I just want to tell you that I have never been happier. I have never felt more alive. I have never been healthier and stronger, and just, it gives me a reason to wake up, and it gives me a reason to want to, you know, get on Facebook and see who I can message and who maybe I can help, and who may be somebody that's struggling just like I was, that I can help them. And I just want you to know, if you've ever thought about coaching, even a little, you need to take a jump, a leap of faith, and do it. Just do it. That's all I can say. If you don't like it, you have 30 days, get your money back. But honestly, the first 30 days that's all learning. You haven't even gotten your feet wet. And every day I learn more, and every day I grow more. And I couldn't be more blessed. I couldn't be happier. I'm just blessed. And that's what this business has done for me, and that's what it can do for you. And I just want you to know that I wholeheartedly hope that you find something that you were this passionate about and you work your butt off and you own that. And I just wish the best for you, and I hope that my story has even in the littlest bit motivated you, and know that it's not always rainbows and unicorns, and I struggle sometimes, and sometimes it's hard, but it's still fun at the end of the day, knowing that I'm changing lives and that I have the opportunity to make somebody just like me who couldn't afford a freaking $30 piece of meat to now saying, I don't need to work 40 hours a week. You can take that extra $4 an hour from me. I don't need it. I mean, let's be honest, I could definitely use it. But it's just amazing what Beachbody has done for me and what it can do for you. And I am just so honored and so blessed to be a part of this, and I hope you have an amazing